This is the edge of my couch. This candle was blown off of that table. All this stuff was knocked down as whatever hit it drove it out. This was on the table. This other candle was on the table. This was actually sort of standing up a little farther away. It's an empty Trader Joe's bag. This computer bag was knocked over as well because all of this is roofing or ceiling on my floor. This chair was hit slightly. It's got a bunch of stuff laying on it, which is, you know, my stuff. This is all ceiling right here. Those are shoes that were actually on the lower shelf of this table. They weren't on the floor before that. It was on the table as well. That shoe was on the table. This bag of papers was sitting here because I was ready to take it to my office. Here we go, I'm climbing over this crap. This is all ceiling. That particular vase was actually way up here on this bookshelf. Those bags and everything, this particular bag that's here that had some stuff in it, as well as this, was sitting originally next to that bag. These various drinks were sitting here because I often drink them in the living room, so they were just sitting on the floor. But this particular one here was standing up and now has fallen over. This is all roofing stuff that has just blown into my space. This particular, I haven't even been able to dig into this yet, but this particular dresser has to have gotten pretty wet. That's obviously wet. It knocked over my vase that had this plant in it with some water, which is already spilled by the time I got here. All of this down here is the blowout from this. Some of it went onto the table, but clearly blew off that stuff. This was the laundry bag that was on its way out the door, and some laundry that was on its way out the door. That drum got wet. This drum, which is sitting up here on some stuff that was ready to go to storage, this drum originally was hanging on that hook, along with that hat that's here that has all this stuff on top of it, including that, the drum was hanging on this wall on that hook, so it dropped it off and threw it down onto the floor. This metal piece that's here, which is actually, they're used for fire fans, but they were never lit. They're just a special kind of fan. And that hat were all on the same hook on this door up here. When I came home, I couldn't open this door more than like a couple of inches. I had to force it really hard, which jammed some stuff over here. That pizza box was in that trash bag ready to go out the door. So, you know, it's like stuff that was ready to go out the door was nearby. It also threw some over here. Oh God, I hate walking on this stuff. This is more ceiling, and as you can see, it's not just ceiling, it's ceiling with mold. This mold came out of that ceiling, more mold, and I have asked to have be placed in somewhere else besides, because I'm allergic to mold, so I can't keep staying in a place like this. Underneath this is my rug, and that rug has gotten wet as well with the moldy water. When we look back this way, what you'll see is that this is actually rug here that's got all this stuff on it, and my computer got hit slightly there as well. So stuff that was heading out the door, ready to go somewhere, is now sopping wet or moldy. And stuff that was hanging on walls or on the back of the door, like this hat and this fan, and that drum and that drum, have gotten wet and moldy as well. This insulation is just torn apart and soaking. You can see up here that this is mold and stuff in the ceiling, in the roof area above my ceiling. This tear has torn it back this way. You can see the mold on this here. You can also see that it tore all the way to the edge. And to be very clear, the reason it tore this way is that that was weak there because last year's leak fixed my ceiling but not the roof. So I already had complained about that or asked to have both of them fixed when the big rains happened this year. Additionally, we've got a similar kind of problem developing over here on this side. I put a piece of foil taped to the wall to guide, and a tarp here that I moved recently, to guide any water that came from this here. Sorry, falling over. From this here to guide it down into this bucket. And there's a, I just put my coffee there a moment ago, but this is a towel that was there because of the earlier leak from a few weeks ago. So this is a health and safety issue, and I am asking to have a hotel room or something like that that I don't have to pay for in order to get this resolved, and to have it resolved soon, not sometime way down the road. Please help.